on the side of the fingers. I think it's a little more without. And then it is this side here you can chomp in. But don't chomp in too much, because since the Bible is straight out, you could probably see the separation if it's really bad. And there's be a little bit, oh my goodness, quite a bit. I'm always a little nervous about cutting off more than I should. I'll start with the fingertips and work in, because I just wonder if the knife will do better. The round chisel here, let's get against the hand here this time. Well, I did promise I wanted I wanted to do the coat first and hand later. I guess that's what it always is. I don't know if that's with you too, that you focus on one thing and all of a sudden it went somewhere else. Now the thing is the Bible is going to be thinned a little bit too, because I want to take the saw marks off. So we'll come back to that. So we're on the right track. Excuse me. All right, same here in the back. We'll do in the front. Now, cut up 2. I would like 2, if possible. Did quite a bit off here. It's a good thing we did take a lot of the shoulders off. We'll have to take more, so we can have a little bit in the back. Now the back does go up this way from the waist. However, in this case, he's got the bulge here because of the... So I'm going to have a scoop right here. And I got to go around this way too. I'm missing this out. So it does kind of start going to the waist, but it's bulging out here. And this is where we need this. And this. And this. Right in here. And again, more in the detail part. It's really interesting. Once you really get it all worked out, you can come back with your visor. Oh boy! Speaking to which, I wonder if I need that for the eyes. I wonder if I can do that without my visor. Turn this off and get my visor, and then of course have it bang into the camera, into the light as I always do. And then let's bring this around a little bit. And then we can do a little bit while we're doing this. Like I said, might as well finish the back as best we can. We got the back in front of us. Same here. Let's get this nice and clean. But we still, and it's okay for it to be not perfect, of course. And more in the detail of doing more undercutting here. Later on, we'll do that in a D. And what we'll do is we'll do a scoop. And that's what gives the impression that there's more. A scoop right here. So it kind of flares out a little bit. Well, there's still a little bit of fur right there. And again, there is going to be quite a bit of detailing to go, and I wonder if with the Bible, some of this is going to go. Not sure. That's when we get into shaping and fixing and shaping and So I think now what I want to do here is the same. Now there's going to be a little more roundness here, but I kind of want to move on. Oh, here. No, don't move on yet. I got quite a bit here. I want to start getting the creases in. Like I said, if we get the back done, then that's one less thing I have to worry about. So we got still quite a bit here, so never mind. Now what's going to happen is this right here, here, a little bit of chip. So we kind of want to round the arm a little bit. Let's get some deepness with the collar. I had to look around. That's right. That's the right here's the reason why. I was thinking, oh, what was the reason why I wanted this piece? And I know I couldn't give it to a customer, to a student. So a little bit of V in here. So it comes up in there. Again, more here. Now, clean cut. Probably still a little bit more undercutting a little bit. The more we undercut, straighten the back out. Like I said, I still don't want to thin that. I think I don't want to thin the back a little bit, so we could, or the top of the back, the other side of the chest area. Let's round this a little more. I think there's a little bit of back and forth we got to do just to make it all work. Now, here's what I want to do is just I want to, while we shape this and bring this up again, if we were to, let me get this started here, get stuff out of the way before I can get to my point, is I kind of want to lift a little bit of turn here. Here's what I'm trying to do. See, I want to try to lift this up, and that's why you need more undercut. More undercut. And it does not have to be perfect. Let's get to the shoulder. Oop, I forgot my undercut, or my stop cut. Itch my nose there. Careful, I got the knife in hand. So I'm going to take only a little bit of the shoulder off because we have, what is that? There. Only a little bit of shoulder because we have already committed to the neck. So we can take a little bit off. We're good for a little bit. Again, clean cut. Undercut. Yeah. A little bit of shoulder. At the same time, take the last of the pencil marks off. And I'm going to do some undercutting. We'll get to that. And like I said, now here's what I want to do to finish the back. Again, we can always come back for any more details, but as far as getting the major is I want to get one of these in. And there's going to be should be quite a few of these in, because like I said, he's got the shirt, or the coat rather, is a little more raggedy, and I want to really ragged the coat. We get that coat nice and ragged, and a little bit some scooping, but some sharp scoops. And again, there's going to be some under. Same here. And it's going to be same with the coat. I didn't do that on that side, but taking quite a bit out. He's been in the woods. He's been hunting turkey and hunting deer and all kinds of things. So there it is. The major part of the back is done. Now right here, like I said, this is going to be a little interesting because we want this V or this chip, but we want to keep that smooth. So we use a little bit of this, maybe one of these. Keep that smooth. And there we go. Again, some more of this, rounding of this. I'll get back into detailing later. Holy smokes, look at all the chips. Where is my brush? There's my brush. And that helps some. Okay, let's go same on this side. What I want to do is I want to get some nice at the opening here. Nice and deep. Nice and deep. Nice and deep here. Careful I don't get to that chin. Call him Scar. Same here. He's going to have something like this. Now a little bit more. Like I said, I wanted to work this down just a little bit, so there. And all kinds of little bit of smoothing. This side, now this side I want it a little more sharper than it's the other direction. This is sharp. Very sharp. While we're at it, let's put another one in. Not as deep, trying to be not as deep as where the elbow is. And same here. And so on. And I want to really, because it's like, again, this is where his waist is. Now, dependent on the situation, I mean, this is a Thanksgiving pilgrim, the day of Thanksgiving, and so in other words, the year before, he went through a lot. And so therefore he didn't eat as much. I mean, could he be one of the sick ones that survived? I think I went the wrong way with this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I did. This should go like that. Same thing here. I want this to come down. I guess I didn't, sorry about that. I didn't finish. Ah, shoot. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. It's like I said, it's my one. Ah, you dirty rotten so let me fix this quick here. Is I want to say it's in my way, or it's in my. It's a light that is, instead of shining in one spot, it shines multi-dimensional, all 360 degrees, and it's kind of in my eye. I did say that this was mid-October. It's still Halloween, so boo! And I still hear it. You can hear it ripping again, like it's ready to fall again. I think I'm going to have that in my eye. And then a little bit of one of these. Isn't in the way, is it? Yeah, it's one of those little bubbles, envelopes that That's what I ship a lot of. Matter of fact, if you purchase this, the Mr. and the Mrs., it may be in one of those big, or it might be in a big box. I don't know. Now what I want to do is I want to bring this up a little bit like this. Same with the other side. Kind of, like I said, going to bring it up a little bit like this, and I want just a little bit of undercut. I want to bring the cut back here. And with the exception of detailing and so on, the front and the back is pretty good. Like I said, I don't know what to do about the feet yet. I've always had Pilgrims that had the feet is just, there's no heel. And if I were to look, I'm afraid to look because they might have the, you know, the 19 or the 1800s version of feet or shoes. I don't know. So, I mean, if I might as well put it in. While we're here, let's put it in. See, I wanted to get to the hands. That's the thing. All right, here's what. Let's do this quickly then. Heel. And I don't want to go too deep. Not too deep. All right. And I just want to go just a little bit. I just want to take a little bit of that corner off so it's a little bit around. Go in the right direction. Sometimes it just don't work. Now you can, I am not going to with this. You can if you want to. Is my others, you just put your, I might, well, I'll probably just do that with this maybe. It's just a, and the reason why one is that it's not, my tools are not working correctly. I'll put the heel in. And you can put the sole in. Oops. Okay, moving right along. Like I said, I want to get to the hands. Now the hands, you know, I don't know, I might want to leave that until later while I'm doing that. I think I will leave that later. Because I want to wait till those pieces are done and fit in there. I just don't want to. That's one thing that I've always had a little problems with, is not futzing with the fingers until you got your gun in or your fishing pole in or whatever you got in there. You can't, your walking stick, especially the Santa walking stick. So let's just get started on the face. But before I do, again, it is drinky poo time. And now with that, let's just put my brand new knife aside, my detailing knife aside. Do I want to have handy other than a pencil? I got my detail. Where's my detail knife? Where are you? Here's my detail knife. But I also got a new, I don't want to say brand new, I've already used this a couple times, another one from the OCCT, one called Scout. More for detailing. But here's what I want to do. I've done this before, said this before, is there's the nose, you see how the nose comes, oops, careful, how the nose comes up and then back down. Do not put your mark here. the router, excuse me, gee whiz. You want to start here with your knife. And I want to take this off while we're at it. And there's going to be more taken off. You want, because here's where the lip is going to be. Upper lip and the bottom lip. Now again, what I'm going to do with the eye socket, I'm going to go straight into other ones. The Santas, like I said, I do the, this kind of a thing. I'm going to go straight in. I've got, with my chisels, I've got my, not that big one. Let me bring, not this one. Come on back. Okay, this one is one of the prime ones. Where is my, well, did I not pull it out yet? Yes, I did. Where are you? Oh, there you are. He's hiding underneath here. Oh, while we're at it, thanks for reminding me, as I'm going to bring my mister out here. And this is what we're aiming for. Like this, is I'm going to round the eyes. And it's like, just like he's got a bunch of stuff on him, and schmutz or whatever is on his face. And you're trying to take it away, and you're trying to bring this up like this and like this. Same one with the other side. Again, you're just 45-degree angle right on the nose, and you got to go up, because you can see that this point is the deepest point of. Now, how far can I go up, or how far can I zoom? Okay, I'm going to zoom. Positive is that you can see when I'm doing better. The negative is I might get out of range here of the people have been, because, well, here I can't go any farther than this, so then let's bring that right back where we were. So again, I'm going to take the crap off his nose, 45-degree angle, not this way, 45, and this is my number 11. And 11, what, about 5, 6. Now I'm going to go up and down. Remember where his eyeball is there. We're trying to take this up between the eyelid. So this is like on the eyelid. So we're skimming the eyebrow and the top and the ball of the eye is what we're doing. Don't worry about if it doesn't come off right away. But I want a little more of that. And it's the same thing in reverse. And we want to be careful. Now when we get to the face, especially when we get to the lips, even right here, we want to get to the point where when we take a chisel and we, here, let me do this around, or not around because it's got to slide around and down. Let's go upside down. Is that when we use the chisel and on the face and details like this is, okay, that fell off. But see that little chip there? I don't want to pry it. If I have to get a knife out, whatever I got to do, cut it out of there. Okay, so we're just getting started with that. Now we're just getting with the eyeballs. We're just getting a feel here. It's the same. I could have used my number 9. This is number 9, also about 5-ish. And I am going to, with the nose, I'm going to see this part right there is going to go right there and cut down. That's one of the deepest point. Now right now he's going to have a schnoz there. Same thing, this edge to this edge. And let's see, is he too much? Yeah, I think, and then just take Take that off in there. As my dad would say, often. Get off in there. I'm going to take this knife and do a little bit of cleanup. Because this is the face. You don't really want to clean the fur off, because taking my scout here now and start just cleaning, is that you may go too far and you might need some of that. I've had a class with was it already forgot his name, and he's a CCI guy, Applegate, and there's some of the stuff that even he would use quite a bit of what is left over or left behind by the router, and probably use that a little more instead of just simply chomping away. Oops, I pried there. Don't pry. Well, especially when we get to the lips. Holy smokes, you gotta watch it there, mister. And here is about a 30-degree angle for the nostril. 30-degree angle this way for the nostril. I'll come back later if it's not right. So the nose is starting to get in there. And while we're at it, let's put the forehead in. Don't cut too deep, just enough to take some of the forehead off so we know what we're doing. So we can just kind of keep up with it. And the hairstyle, it depends on what you can find or what you would like. Maybe you want your pilgrim to look, if you, like I said, the person who I was teaching last week had the bride and groom and wanted to be just like daughter and son-in-law to come. He can probably do the same thing, pilgrim, as pilgrims. Okay, now I want to go one more time. This time I want my tiny number 9. That's about 3-ish. And I want to go just a little bit deeper in there. A little bit. There we go. Let's hope that everything is deep enough that we don't have to, after we got this all nice. Ooh, I did prying. I'll have to come by and, like I said, go underneath. And the nose, there's still much more to go. I think I should have. I know I shouldn't have gone too much with the detail. Oops, don't pry. Getting there. And it depends on how old you want them to be. Now, when we do her face, we're not going to do this. I almost want to say old man or Santa face, but even the young men have, and their foreheads are flat, whereas the ladies do not have that bridge, and their forehead is very rounded. Okay, now here we get. Now we're going to start in. Like I said, I did not want to get the ear going, so let's just kind of clean this. He is still going to have a little bit of, should have a little bit of a sideburn. I'm not sure. Well, actually, this is the sideburn. So this is a cheat here. I might come back maybe next year. I'll do the bride and groom and put the ear in. I just kind of wanted to cheat. So we're starting around this. And here's what I want to do is now here's where the chin is. The chin is straight, and right where the ear would come is right there like this, straight down. But, oops, I think I may have took too much off. I think I went too on the neck. Let's see if I did. I think we might be okay. because the neck rounds. Oh yeah, he's still got a lot of neck left. And then to take this off, I want this to go straight like this. There we go. That's a good start. We're going to come back. Even what we just carved is coming off. See, there goes his nice ear. I do like this Scout. It's a medium-sized knife. The details, when we get to the eye, I'm still with my detail knife. The difference is, I mean, it's got the what do you call it, the regular knife look. But when it comes to detailing the eyes and stuff, I need a sharper point. And this is like an old, oh no, it's a good old woodcraft. It's sort of I forgot what's that knife called. That's no longer, used to be in my days, but anyways, you can get that at woodcraft. Starts with a D. Anyways, I don't want to think and cut at the same time. Like I said, here's what I forgot. Get out of there first. This is going to come straight down and around, and straight down and around for that jaw. And he's starting to look pretty darn good. And again, just a straight to take that off. Oops. Dastra knife. That's it. Dastra. Is it? I want to say that's style. It had that little elbow or whatever you call that. And I hated that. And a lot of people would take that off. And I just want to take a little. I just want to trim here just to keep up. And that's what we're gonna have a lot of problem with that. One side looks good, the other doesn't. You fix the other side, and that looks better than the first side, and back and forth. And so, how close can we get this? Where are you, Mr. Light, who's been sort of more of a pain in the, you know what? My old light is broken. I'm gonna use my pinch light there. That might be a little better if I turn this way, or if I turn a little bit. Something's in the way. I'm going to have to stay with this. I wanted to come more like down here where it's got no, that's right there. Would have been perfect. Well, what the heck? Let's make this perfect then. There we go. Now you could use, I want to start with the knife. You could use the chisel to clean, but like I said, I went straight down with the chin, and then this is going to come down like at number 7 kind of a thing, and it's going to come down to this as the deepest point. Now you can use a chisel or whatever to clean it, but at least I want to commit, and I think we're going to have to do a lot of shaping. Same here, straight down and straight down this way. I mean, it's looking good, but I think his neck is a little too big, and I might want to stop there. As long as it goes straight this way and then turn. Let's see, what would happen if I put just a chisel right here so we just a little bit of cleaning plus a little bit of nice twist to it. Okay, let's look at it. That's what we want, something like that. Maybe a little bit more coming back, but that's what we generally want. Let's get the smaller chisel. Let's see if he'll help. If we're going to help, he can bring. Just this area here. Getting there. If I want to detail later, we'll do that. Now, last chance. I want to get to the mouth. Pencil. Here's what's going to happen. The mouth is, like I said, going to be about here. Let's do the penciling in first. See, he almost looks like a Native American. The difference with a Native American is make sure you cut a little more this way, and that he's got that bone right there. Maybe even when you do the Mrs. Native American. Now this is where that mouth is. Let's see, there's the pupil of the eye right there. That should be about here. We'll put that in as our guide. So we're pretty good. I think I might want to go a little higher, just a little bit higher. We still in? I want to take my big knife, I don't know, can my little, no, I guess maybe my little knife will do it. I would like to go a stop cut about a 30, I'd say about a 10 degree, straight up and down, there's a 10-degree angle. And the reason why I like to do this is the first time I use that knife on this. I like to use a bigger knife. That instead of making your stop cut like this, because what's going to happen when we get to the end? And we're going to call him Scar. And then 20 degrees or 10 degrees this way. I prefer to do it this way, and it is virtually straight across. Now I'm going to say this is a heads up. When you do the painting, you paint the lips. The lips, not the mouth. Especially when you get with the ladies. Now he's got that little jaw sticking out. Usually that happens. So I'm going to take some of that off. And what happens is people they paint the mouth. And it starts to look like a clown. Okay, I just wanted a little bit of a trim here. I'll do some trimming. I want to take a little bit of trimming and taking, am I out? Yes, I am out. Is what I'm doing. I'm just taking the fur off. There's still a little bit of fur left over this area. That's here. That's bothering me. I'll leave it alone. Don't pry. Okay. We are still good with the mouth. Look at the profile. His lips might be a little higher. Bottom lip, rather, is a little higher. Okay, now that we got him in, here comes our pencil right here. Now let's see what he does. Yeah, he comes almost like from the nose, almost at a good, there's like a good diamond here. And he's not laughing. You could put a little bit of a smile on him. Because what's going to happen is, if you put any laugh and this goes up, just like I do with my grinning pumpkin, but then you want more cheeks to come up. And we kind of cut off the cheeks. All right. Now, here's where we take a sharp round tool. Not this one, sorry. And we go along, because he's still young. He's not a Santa. Santa, you get the knife and you just go ahead and carve that sharp. And especially when we do this with the ladies, when we do this with Mrs., we're going to put this in, but, and I think maybe also, don't pry, don't be ripping, is that most of what we're doing will go away. We just want this as a reference. Come on. Oh, I can feel. This is not good. I can feel like it's going to bang. I'm going to rip. Okay, now we're getting that started. Because oops, wrong direction. You could feel it. That if you're cutting in the wrong direction, you stop. Okay, now I just want to do a quick. Now we're going to cone this, and it's going to come up. With the exception of the eye, well, the eyeball is still the deepest. This right here will be the only spot that is sharp or deep. Now his nose might be a little too big. We can fix that. Same with on this side. It's going to be at an angle. No, it's not. Here, let me get this since that's out of there. Well, doggone it. Now you see that? What we did with the upper lip. This way, this way. And that's just getting it started. Okay, now, just to even this, even though it really probably doesn't matter that much. Here we go with the lip. How close can we get here with the camera? There's the kisser. Now we get down here, what's going to happen is instead, we want a lot of bottom lip. And so it's going to go, I want this first. I want to look at the chin first. The chin will help me with the bottom lip. And what's going to happen is, it looks like you've been eating cookies or something. So with the bottom, okay, with the top lip, you can see, can I do this with my Scout? Is right here. And again, don't be prying anything. Especially when we get to the bottom lip, you put your tool down and you pick that up. I'll get to it later. And then a little bit of this. Now the thing is, we're just kind of getting the kisser in. And of course, when we come back, and there's a lot of adjusting to do here. I'm having troubles getting this little chip out of there. That booger. Did I do that on this side? I did it on that side. Now, what I'm going to do, see, it's still a little, I'm going to, again, get my bearings. Now I'm going to cut this right here like this. Do I got that enough? I don't have that enough on this side. Now we're getting the bottom. Now here comes the fun. Where's my number? Where's that round number? I'm going to do this quick here. Just a little bit of, just a little bit here. And this is going to go right at this point here. The chin, the cheek, chin. I think we're a little while. And the bottom lip at the same time. Do not bury, so right there, do not bury the fins. Okay. Then we very carefully do this. We very carefully go all the way down, very carefully do this. Where are you? Now the chin is still a little chiseled, as it were, if you forgive the pun. I think we're off by just a little bit. Now here's what's going to happen. Before we do this, remember we cleaned this out on the side here. I want to get very carefully now, right where that eyeball is. Now I can do a little bit without worrying. That's top cut. Now here's what's going to happen. Here's the most daintiest right here. We're going to come up and we're going to go right up to that. Now watch. See that little booger that's hanging down there? Put the chisel down. Do not pry with that. Get your knife to get in there to fix that. You pry that, there goes half his lip. This way here. Come right up. Put the chisel down. Oh, what's going on here? I think I'm losing. I'm losing power here. I gotta plug her in, but hopefully I can get a little bit. Now, what we want to do is we want to round the lip this way. Oops, careful with the prying. Round the lips this way. I think we are still. Okay, we are still, I am running out of power here. I will do this, and if it shuts down, now we want to take our bigger tools, and at least hopefully I can get the gist of it before it shuts down. And it's a matter of just cleaning this up, shaping that. Yeah, he's got a big Maybe not come back again with my chisel and make that lip a little smaller. Keep working it. And I want to take and round this. I want to take and round this. Careful. Now the thing is, I think we're at the point I can kind of shut down. No, I want to go a little bit before this. I want to bring the cheek up like this and bringing that cheek down. What's going to happen again? That what we just put in, that chisel mark is going to go away. I hope this is still. I'm pretty sure it's still running. And I want to take some of that cheek out. Is what I'm trying to do. Okay, here we go. Thus far, provided we're still running. And we are going to have to charge her up and mom back. It is getting a little late, but there you are. A little bit of this way. Hope that this works. We're going to come back quite a bit on the face yet. We'll come back. Oh yeah, we're back, and last night I just did a little bit of cleanup. I only cleaned up around just the legs, and I did put the buckle in. There's still some more cleaning up to do, and so on. Anyways, getting back to the face, we got this gentleman here. You can see we still got quite a bit of the face before we have to worry about an ear, but we do need to come in a bit on the head, just a little bit. Take my scout and just cut away quite a bit of it. Oh, I'm just going to have to keep it a little wide here and see if this will work a little bit here like this. Get that cut out of there. So we narrowed his head a little bit. Okay, then I want to bring the jaw down. Let's take a look at this guy. Side. So we need some adjustments here and there. And again, I still want to, there we go. Keep this sharp. Another straight back on the chin, cheek, chin. I want to get, now I need to lower those eyes. We need to lower quite a bit more. Again, I'm using my number 9. And or in the eye socket, plus turning it a little this way a bit, turn it away from the nose a bit. Let's see if my number 11 will do better. Yeah, we're going to have to do that on the other side. I think that's a little better, quite a bit. And I want to lower the, I think the cheek might be all right. Just some odds and ends and adjustments here. Just want a little something with the cheek. Bring the cheek down a little bit. The nose needs to come to about here. It's a little better. There we go. Get my small number 9. This is probably about the size of one of those small dockyards. Get that deep there. Not too close to the nose. Just, I mean, maybe a little close, but not too, not up against it. Oops. Around forehead just a little bit, just to get our bearings, and just a little bit. Now let's take our chisel to that, to the temple. Just a little bit. Pencil. All right, I'll try this again. Zoom in out of the way. Can we do this? I did neglect to bring my visor over. Let's see if we can do this without the visor. All right. Maybe just a little bit of this in here, if that'll help. He's looking at me. So I'm going to put right where about the nostril is. So his nose is a little, maybe a little wide. And the distance between the two. And between these two, about-ish. A little more rounder. One is a little, seemed to be a little higher than the other. All right. get my detail knife. How close can we get without really right there, I suppose. Don't move, don't breathe. Too bad we just don't have this light. There, well, a little better, maybe not by much, and we're going to draw our knife straight down. Sorry about the shade, but straight down. Carefully don't hit the nose. Flip it over. Let's see if I can do this flipped over though. There we go. I'm going to put a little oomph on the inside and the outside. Remember, we're making that little chip. Seems one eye is going to be a bit bigger than the other. So we'll start with the smaller eye. Actually, in this case, it'll be the bigger eye. Getting that corner out of there. Up. And then down from the top down. So that eyeball, the most protruded part of that eyeball is on the top. I just can't get that out of there. So if we get a close-up, you can see the eye with the, get so much shad that the eyeball is in this direction. That's what you're shooting for. Same with on where are you here? On this side. Get a little bit up, just a little bit up. And then from the top down. So you have no bumps. You have no bumps. So try to make that as round eyeball as possible. I can see one eye is bigger than the other. So making this just a little bigger. Where are you? Right there. I'll have to work on that eye. There. I think it's a little better. I want to go like this a little bit to more temple and getting that pencil mark out of there. At the same time, vice versa. Where is it? There it is. So other than, okay, we're going to get the forehead. The forehead's not right. But before we do that, let's get our, you look at that while I Can you see that while I'm looking down and looking for this one here? Little V on the eyelid. Now he's got a lot of forehead. We're going to be working with the forehead a little later. Where are you? Okay, the eyelids are in. Where's my scout? Taking quite a bit of forehead back. Then, oh, I'm sorry, was out of range? Out of the, all I did is just push the forehead back. If I was out, I just shrunk it a little bit. See, a little, still probably some more to go. Now we're going to put in just this little, very wide, as wide as you can get it. Get that little chip out of there. Now, I don't want him to look too angry. I want him to look like he's looking at something, or he's looking at the missus and probably concentrating, but not mad at her or anything like that. Now we're going to take scoop. So we would be bringing that eyebrow bone out. Just gonna little bit that hair out of the way just to get my bearings. Or see, look at what happened here. All right, with the exception of touching up on the face, I'm going to leave it there. I think I might have to come down a little more on this. Where is a nice one here? Let's see, will this help me? No, not that one. No, where's the other one? I brought it up. Yeah. Yeah, he's up. Where is he? Well, while I'm looking, you go ahead and look at this. While I'm... Oh, here it is. With that, I almost forgot what I was going to do. Do a little bit of this. So it's going to bring the corner of the mouth out a little more. That's a little better. And of course, I've got the chin here is a little sharp here and again. Now in this, I gave him a cut. He's looking in there. I gave him a cut. He looks that's about the same size. Not that they're kissing or anything like that. I think I could kind of widen it out a little more now here. Get in on the hair. Where's my bigger knife? Where's the bigger knife? Right here. I want to we already got some chips on it here. Some screeches on it. I suppose I must have bumped into something. And with that, I haven't done this in a while anyways. Let's see if that'll help. Some. Smoother, but it's taking the screeches off. Some. See, do we have any more? There's fur. Some fur there. Oops. That's the itch. I think I might need to get my smaller knife in there. Now we'll put a little, might as well put the same part in. Oh, where's my two of these here? He is one for the wilderness, so I'm trying to make his hair as wild as I can. There's some more fur. I was going to do some undercutting here. I wonder if it's worth it. And then I am going to put in some hairlines. I didn't put this one here. I just simply took the chisel to it. Oh no, I did put some hairline. I did. Where are we? This one, I don't go too far. So where are you? About a 30-degree angle this way, all the way around. This is my style. This is, you could either take a chisel, round chisel or sharp chisel and put it in and call it good, or keep it as is, call it good. Or you can go the other direction and make it as realistic as possible. And don't want to spend that much time on it. But here's sort of the next best thing or two. Okay, let's do a little bit of this. 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 And let's cut this here while we're at it. Hair is imperfect. If you goof up, just fix it the best you can. Oh, I'm getting that dry in the back of the so don't mind me while I keep carving away. Just put a little bit of dents here and there, sort of the wilderness look. Yeah, it is the season to get that dryness in the throat. Maybe you don't want me to talk. Which reminds me, I was thinking of doing some of those. Others do those silent video and just simply carve. Maybe you should try one of those. Take the V and go just a little deeper. I could probably use started with the V, but you can come back again if you want. Now I want my smaller V. And I'll just do this to it. I don't whack and take out half the face. Got a little rough over here. I'm going to come back. And every once in a while you would maybe cross over so it gives it the roughed out if it gets a little too see how it's close to me. I have to get this close so I can do this without hurting myself. I can see this chisel might be needing a little sharpening. So let's bring it back now. Some cleanups and like you can have the hair doing anything else, go anyway, shorten it. I like to add a little extra so you can do whatever you want with it. So that's it on the head and the face, other than any kind of cleaning up here and there. Where is it? There it is. Now, one of the things that I have been using is, I gotta reach here, is having like a paper bag brown. Now it's getting to the point, this is getting kind of raggedy, and try to take some of that stuff off of there. That's probably going to be about as far as I'm going to go. About as far as I can go. With the exception of a little detailing here and there. As far as the face. Because I want to get moving on to the hands. Now, how we're going to do this. I'll do here's this. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to carve these little characters first, as it were. First I want to find the grain and go in that direction. So you're kind of cleaning with a nice sharp knife on this one. So that's what you're going to do, taking the knife marks off, so it's like it's yours, it's you. Now, same with the other side. Which direction did that go? It should be the opposite, or darn close to the opposite. Is it this way? Oh no, it is this way. And you're gonna want to give it the well-worn, have been used look. The family Bible. All right. And then let's clean it up. I'm getting out of the picture. Or let me move up a little bit too. Oh, it's got to come this way. I got this end. Like I said, if you want to try it with a bigger Bible and the hand and all that, I don't think it's going to work out too well, but if you want to give it a try. All right, now I'm going to take some of the corners off, just to sharpen this off. Oops. Cut away. Cut away. All the way around. And then I'm going to decide which end will be the bind, which one will be the open part. So if he's going to hold on to it, okay, I want it, then that means this would have to be, oh, no, like this. Okay, therefore, you always hold on to the bind, so it's going to be like this. Then you take your V, you can pencil that if you want. Bigger V. And smaller V's. Well, that sure is a well-worn Bible. Same with on this side. And you do need to have this sharp. See if I go this way so I can see it a little better. Do a little bit of roundness here. And see if we can put in at least one page. Yeah. And there. Any other adjustments that need to be done? I don't see any. But it's supposed to go into here. Now what? Oh, did I do that backwards? No, I didn't. Here's the binding, so the book is going to be like this. Where did it go? Where is it? Where is it? Like this. Because I want to kind of cover up that anomaly. And so how much is missing here? So it's the two things I might still want to go, if I'm careful, get a nice chisel to get in there. Excuse me. Or let's see if it will a knife do. I'll put my drake aside there just in case it doesn't. Hold on, I gotta do a dismiss here. There you go. Because it is against the grain here. And you'll be needing a smaller knife to get in there, I think. What if I can use a bigger knife to get started? I don't know if you can see that it's too much shadow. Careful, I don't hit that. I don't know which is the right way for this. So we at least get her started here. Can't even, oh, just barely. Where's my smaller chisel? Oh, maybe my bigger chisel will be better. I think the other reason why, yeah, if I go this way, it might go better. Nope. And it is, let's get the chisel in there because that's better. Because I got to clean the, it's too rounded here for number one. Oops. It almost feels like both ways is the wrong way. Oh, keep working and keep working. Okay, I'm gonna, well, I'll put it aside for now. Let's go with my swipe because I want to move on. I want to. There we go, getting there. Oops, I got it backwards. Do I got it backwards? No. This way. And I could even shrink the Bible a little bit too, but I'm just going to keep adjusting later on. Let me round this a little bit here. Put some wrinkles to hide any of that. All right, it's almost there, but I'll work with it later. I hope you're going to get the gist of it. There's that. I'll pull this up. Get a little drinky poo. Now let's do this. He's almost, well, he can sew. What we're going to have to do is thin this just a little bit. So it's kind of like what we did to the Bible here. Let's put that aside. Make sure we don't lose it. I'm going to start rounding it first instead of doing the top. Flip it over because you want to definitely want to go down into the grain until you get to the end. Flip it over. We're going down into the grain. Here, flipping it, going down. See, the green goes this way. And that's what you're cutting into this. So you're kind of cross graining it a little bit. You're not going uphill and All right. Getting there, and let's just take a little bit of the, not a little bit, let's take all the saw marks off. Oops. Goes this way. Or does it? Now I don't have to worry too much about the center because the hat, this top of the hat is going to cover it. And of course on the other side too. It does go in it. All right. Same with the other side, just enough to, because yeah, you're going to see because the hat is bigger than the leg, so you're not going to be covering all of the back side of the, rather the bottom of the hat, as it were. Then I want to just kind of to give it a little point. So it gives the impression that it is thinner than the piece of wood. I want a thicker piece of wood than what the brim really is, because I want it to be stronger and not for it to break easy. Oops, a little extra trip there. And there. Now this is going to go into a cone shape. Where does that green come from? Green under my nail. It's not gangrene. I don't know what that was. Anyways. What do I have as color green? Okay, let's round it. And we will carve that away. And circle round, round. I wonder if I should use my scout, because I'm getting close to my finger, my thumb there, and I don't want to ruin my glove. And basically what we're doing is we're rounding this. It's getting more and more difficult to hold on to, because not only is it getting smaller, but it's rounder. Take as much saw marks off as I can. Now again, I am not going to be spending too much time on this. It's just a matter of making a square peg into a kind of a cone. And I'll deal with it later, but right now, I'll take this and take this off, and then give it just an extra take, like with the brim kind of off like this. Okay. Right now, as I know, this is, I'm not going to waste time on this either, is that I did give a little too much I'll have to cut that. I don't want to waste time on that either. Waste your time. Now, what's going to happen is I might adjust some more, get it up there some more. What I want to do with this is when it comes to tacking, either you can just glue it as is, and as long as it doesn't, the kids don't play with it like a toy or whatever, but as long as you're careful with it, glue might be enough. Or what you could do is you drill a hole for a toothpick and drill a hole up there, or a smaller dowel, and it's going to fit in there. Okay, we're getting there. Where are you? Right there. All right. But before we go, let's get to the hands. Now, which one is the smaller of the two? Now, this one's going to have a thumb here. This one is going to have a thumb that you're not hardly going to see. Let's start with this. The thumb is just a little thing that says that, yes, the thumb is behind. The thumb is behind. And now I want to take my knife and I want to make it this way and make the planes of the fingers. Down. We gotta take care of that too. And I want this to be straight, this at an angle. I want this to be the fingers. And then like I said, I got to do something about this here. Make it like the palm. Oops, careful. The palm is coming down. Fingers will start with the nuts. These arm comes on like this, so maybe just a tilt. If it's straight up and down, it'd probably be okay, but forward tilt. Now, which one of these two are going to behave? Well, that pinky's going to have to be straightened out. There you go. That's better. Let's put a little roundness in it. Now, some are bigger than the other. Let's do a, will scalp be better? So about a 10-degree angle. Another 10 degrees, so you get that nice shadow going on in there. And carefully get in the edges here. Careful, don't put too much oomph on between the fingers here. And we want to round this just a little bit. So it's not too mechanical. Same with over here. Now we just want to add a little bit of this. This finger, this knuckle to this knuckle, this knuckle to that knuckle. Flip it over. I think we might have one. No, I think we're good. It's the pinky here. I need to shrink quite a bit. Oh, I cut into his finger there. Now, when you hold it onto the book, this pinky is going to come down a little bit there. Reestablish that 5 and 5, or 10 and 10, pardon me. Same with the okay, again, you can adjust and adjust to how you want the fingers to make sure they're a little rounded, not too square. I am thinking that this may be okay. Let's say okay, but more adjustments maybe. Oh yeah, geez. Forefinger, for example. So it does kind of, oops. It does kind of look like I need to go a little further, just a little bit. And then take your small round and kind of continue it up a little bit. So it comes together up there. Okay, adjustments, fixes, whatever. I mean, it's just some things that are not right. But again, adjustments. Now here's what's going to happen is he's holding his hand, so the elbow is coming this way, right? And so what's going to happen is going to be bent just a little bit this way. But let's get the planes in. This way, and more sharper instead of rounder because I got too rounded. Now this, we're going to do all kinds of adjustments for this. Okay, he's coming down this way a bit. Now the thumb is actually going to be tucked in, like he's tucked into his belt buckle here. There. And that pinky, we got to do something about that pinky again. it's going to continue on up a little bit this way here. Get with the grain here. Go past the fingers. There we go. Like I said, we're going to do some with that pinky. That paddle pinky there. Straighten this out a little bit. Okay, again, 10 degrees one way, 10 degrees the other. Gotta straighten out that forefinger. I think I just shrunk the forefinger. And I'll shrink, if I shrink the pinky a little bit, that might help detour it. And I need to carefully shrink the pinky. Carefully. And I want to continue on with this one here. Let's clean it up a little bit. Just to clean the hands up a little bit. Go around and remember is that the pinky is going to be a little deeper than the rest of the other fingers. And then we're going to do a little here, here, and add in a little bit of the knuckles. Take off the index a little bit here. Again, adjustments here and there. And the hat is now, we got to make this hand bigger. This hand seems to be a bit smaller, so I don't know. I don't think I want to do it that way. I think it's probably better to, I did kind of make this hand bigger. That's the best way to go. That helped. I think that did help. And then I want my little round tool. Got a little bit in, forward, a little bit in. And generally all the way around, that is it, because what else is there? I got the hat, Bible. All I need is some adjustments here and there. Let's bring this in, or out rather. And so I think I'm going to end here. Quite a bit of pickings here and there. But there he is, Mr. Pilgrim. There. Adjustments. Oh my goodness, like the eyes. Let's take a look at this. I can't with the shadow. His eye needs to be widened a little more. But there you have it. And then now onto the Mrs. The Mrs. Rough Out. Oh, get her out of the protective bag here. Not trying to smother her or anything. That's what's next. But for now, let's do a thus far. What does that look like? Is that better than the first? Worse? Different look altogether. I think if I forgot anything. I think before I go, I'm going to take and kind of flatten this out a little bit. That hint, I got too much of a hint. But there we have it. Till next week, or next time, we'll be doing the misses.